Hey guys, Catherine here. I want to make a cube gift box today. And I want to include no glue or tape or anything like that. Nothing but the paper to hold itself together. And I want it to have a cool look to it. So I've chosen some papers here. I've got some yellow and some flower patterned paper. And I have a design in my head that I think will work. So I'm going to grab my paper cutter and start cutting. And I want to end up with 6 square pieces of paper. And I want these pieces of paper because I want the inside of the box to be 2 inches by 2 inches. I'm going to cut squares of paper that are 3 inches by 3 inches. That should give me the 2 inch by 2 inch on the inside once it's done. And you can do this for any size box as well, and not just 2 inch by 2 inch ones. Just choose whatever size you want the inside cube to be, and then add 1 inch to it. Go. And this should work. Alright, so I'm going to need 6 squares. I've got 2, and that gives me 4 yellow squares, and then I want to do some squares out of this flower paper as well. So I'm going to cut it at 3 inches one way, there we go, and then set this aside for later and cut it at 3 inches the other way. There we go. Yeah. 3 inches the other way. We go, and then set that aside for later, and then set my cutter aside because I should be using scissors for everything else from here on out. Now, what I want to do is take and just very lightly mark it on one of them, a 1/2 inch in all the way around. Because we're going to use that as a template. So I'll just use an X-Acto knife to mark it. That way I'm not using a pen and it doesn't end up with pen marks. Aha! So it should end up with a cleaner look. Then 1/2 inch all the way around, and then this should take just a moment to do. Go. And last side. Just using my craft knife to poke holes in it for now. And then, now that I've got the marks at 1/2 inch all the way around, I'm going to take and line my ruler up with those and then cut at 1.5 inches. So that's from the center, because it's 3, so 1/2 of 3 is 1.5, to the edge. And then 1/2 inch there. So cut the 1/2 inch off the end so that I end up with a square at the end and a cut to the center of the page, and then repeat that all the way around. Three, and then the halfway mark, and then at 1/2 inch, remove that square, and then do the same thing for all 4 sides, and then for all 6 pieces of paper. But it should be easier to do the other pieces of paper because I won't have to measure them, because I'll use this one as a template. There we go. Alright, last side. So I end up with this sort of whirly all in the same direction, and that is actually pretty important. You want to make sure that all of your cuts are going the same direction, not only on the one piece of paper but on all of the pieces of paper, because it won't work if they aren't. Go. There we are. Alright, and then put my X-Acto knife away because I shouldn't need it anymore. And then just grab, let's see here, should be, do I have too many pages? No, that's the right number. Grab it, line it up with the next one down, and then just cut with my scissors. That was odd. It cut one sheet of paper but not the other one. Go. See, this goes much faster once you've got the template done. There we are. Okay, and put all those little yellow squares aside. I can use them for something. If nothing else, I can use them for confetti. And then take these and grab my template one again and do the same thing for these 4, and then I'll have all of these sides sized and cut and ready to roll. You could do it all entirely out of patterned paper, but I kind of like the contrast of having 2 of the sides with patterns and then the rest of the sides without the patterns. But definitely you could do it all with patterned paper, or you could do it all with solid paper. You can use double-sided paper so that you end up with some of the sides with one pattern and some of the sides with the other pattern. That would work too. Go, and last cut. Actually, I think that would be very cool because they should be, in most paper packs anyway, of double-sided papers, they should be coordinating. So it should complement each other. So now I've got 4 yellow sides and 2 flower pattern sides, and I'm ready to start putting this thing together. So to put it together, I'm just going to take the 2 sides and slide them together so that they line up like that. And then one of these, and did I not cut that right? How did I not cut that right? I was holding it upside down. Well, darn. Okay, so I know what I have to do. I just have to build it around the flower one so that it goes the opposite direction. which will still work. Will be fine. There we go. All right, see, flowers to the outside now. And then that one in there. And then the third one's one of the trickier ones to get on because the other two aren't quite locked into place yet. But you can kind of just sort of maneuver it around, and then it should hold itself together well enough after this point that it shouldn't be as difficult to put together anymore. Then I want the two flower sides to be opposite to one another, so I'm going to do the same thing but over here. And they're holding together much better now because they've got that one on the opposite side trapping them on. There we go, and then just line them up. And I don't think I cut that quite deep enough. That's okay though. There we go, and then last two sides. Just slide it on. And there we are. And then whatever you're going to, if you want to use it as a present box, and I do intend to use this as a present box, before you put the final side on, you want to put in your gift, whatever you're going to be giving. So you've got an open end, and that one will go on it, but you want to put in your gift, whatever you're going to be giving. I'll use this pot of glitter as an example. And then you put the final side on. Same way, you just go slide it on, and you just work your way all the way around. And the fun thing about these is they look really cool, obviously, but they also don't have an obvious way to open them. In spite of there not being an obvious like lid that you can just lift off, when there's something inside of it, you can tell that there's something inside of it. So there's not any obvious way to open it. You just have to work the paper apart in order to figure it out. But there you have it. A 2" by 2" gift box. And like I said, you can make this as large as you want. I mean, once you get past a certain point, size of paper, it would be more difficult for it to hold itself together. But you could reasonably use it up to like sizes of paper that are 12 by 12. And then to open it, you just have to figure it out. There we go. And that's it. One gift box. There we go. And that's what I wanted to show you guys today, guys. See you next time, I guess. And oh yes, please remember to subscribe, and if you have an idea, something that you'd like to see, go ahead and leave a comment in the comments below because I do love hearing from you. See you later. Bye.